Hey guys, Zix here. Time for another episode of Minesaga Skyblock. As I promised, yeah, music's on, volume's on. As I promised in the previous episode, I think I did a caption, or no, I did a comment on my own video that I was going to talk about some of the changes that have come out, and yeah, we're going to go ahead and do that right now. But first, check it out, YouTuber Zixter. You thought I was lying, didn't you? You thought I was making it up. That I whoop 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 whoop. Oh, it took me so long to get up here. Don't fall. Oh no. Okay. Whew. Whew. Although I am actually gonna leave. I'm not gonna stay up here. It took me 45 minutes to parkour up here. And then I got up here and I saw this thing over here, so I might come check that out. There's even a little bit of a blacksmith there. There's some goodies in there, huh? Probably can't even open a chest if there is one. But yeah, check out the new spawn. Not too shabby, not too shabby. I'd love to stay up here, but let's go do this right now. Do you take fall damage? No. Looks like you have to parkour just to get over here. No, you can't do nothing with it. I'm sure they'll clean this up. Oh, there is a chest. No. Hey, there's even a villager. Too bad. Too bad you don't take diamond or gold blocks. No. That's too funny. What happens if I do this? Uh-oh. Oh. Nice. Nice. I was about to say, uh-oh, I'm gonna have to come back. Anyway, new new hub. They redid it. Excuse me. It's pretty cool. Arches? I don't know who that is, but good job, buddy. Watch this. Pretty cool, huh? Oops. Missed a spot. It's probably just a light glitch. Anyway, let's get into it. I'm wasting time here. Shards. So we talked a little bit about shards the last time. And the last episode I talked about the new updates coming, and wasn't really sure how it was working. I was thinking that it was going to be something that you carry in your inventory. Apparently it's going to have a menu just like the current quick keys do, and you just kind of put them together. I guess 8 shards for a basic, 15 for an advanced, 15 for a legendary, 4 for a drop, 4 for a vote. And also they changed how the experience keys work. And I don't know if that's a direct result from me and what I said, but whoops, I didn't even know that was going to happen. I made a suggestion in my video how the experience, whoa, the experience keys were kind of garbage. And I think they listened to me. Or they either that or they listen to other people. I don't know. I'm not going to try to take credit for something that may not necessarily be me. But apparently they're redoing it all together. Originally, you had to withdraw experience to buy keys or whatever. Now you just use the experience instead. And it didn't give us what the shop was. It just says there will be a shop. Or no, actually it says you'll get you get shards. You can spend 1,500 experience and get a shard, and then you put those shards together to get your basics and your drop parties and your whatnot and all that good stuff. Also, apparently, you can add a PayPal account now to your competition islands. I actually prefer Buycraft vouchers, so even if we do win as top 1, I think I'm going to try to get a Buycraft voucher anyway. So I don't know what relevance that has going to have for me, but still, I guess it makes it a little bit easier. You don't got to get chased down on Discord. But I mean, that's only going to be what, like 5 or 6 people. Well, I guess it can be more than that. 5 or 6 people a week, but it could be up to like 10 or 20 total that can win is top 1. So many rounds in a row. The thing they're adding is a bank. This one's a little interesting because you could sit there and you could deposit money into the bank of your island, but I don't know if I'm gonna be okay with that, because what if someone decides to leave your island? They could just take the money and run. And so, you know, if they take the money and run, what are you gonna do? I saw something, or I heard something, that not banning, that inciting would be bannable. So, does that count? Does that count as inciting? I don't know. I don't know. We'll have to find out. It would be nice. I love the fact that they've changed the inciting to be bannable. And that's not in this post. I got that information elsewhere. Also, they give a little bit more information on island value, on island levels, and how that's going to work. Apparently, spawners don't count, but the blocks that you place, like this andesite, for example, is worth, you know, whatever it is worth in. Obviously, there's no shop here, but whatever it's worth in shop, like $5 or whatever, that'll just add to your island value. Let's see. Another thing that I suggested, not necessarily in the episode that I posted, but something that I suggested in the past, was to allow different permissions for stacked blocks. So that's something that I'm happy about. Because you know, competing for is top, we tend to have a lot of flow of new members, and you know, oftentimes they're like, why have I not been given officer? I want to place value blocks. And I'm just like, well, I don't know you yet. I don't trust you yet. Without saying I don't trust you, by the way, because you know, new members, they're not going to take that very well. And so now you can place value blocks and not break them. So that's cool. That's a nice little touch. They give us a little bit more information on the outpost. Like I mentioned before, I wasn't too excited about it to begin with because all of my spawners are on my alts. And so if I'm going to take the outpost island, I would then have to take it with my alt. Well, if I'm taking it with my alt, then my alt's not loading my farm, and then not using the pets, and then, you know, so on and so forth. And they released the amount of money, the boost. It's only 1.2, which makes sense because, you know, if it's a high boost, then, you know, if you were to stack it with like Chimp or whatever, it would be too much. You could buy blocks from shop and then resell them and make a profit, and that's not something that they want to. What are you guys looking at? What you looking at, Jurassic buddy? Which, by the way, it's not vintage beef anymore. Let's see. Let's see. What you looking at? You're kind of right here. Oops. You're looking at this. Okay. That was a waste of time. Interesting nonetheless. And two new creatures, the horse and the cat. It sounds like a start of a children's story. So the cat creature has the ability to increase your chance of mob drops. So how does that increase the chance of mob drops? Does that mean, like, for example, guardian spawners, how they don't necessarily always drop something? Or are all spawners now going to only drop sometimes? Is that the deal? I don't know. Hopefully we can find out from the people that are beta testing whether that's the case or not, because if that's the case, then everybody's gonna have to get cats, right? The horse increases crop growth, which could be good on certain realms, of course. Now, because they have different economies. I mean, that's nothing new. We all, that was the thing before. Like, I think Kingdom was farming. I haven't, and I'm not into my notes here, but just yet, and I don't think I was gonna really get into that anyway, because it's not that big of a deal. But yeah, I guess the horse is gonna help with farming. So probably not gonna get a horse. Just saying. Probably not gonna get a horse. Mob coins. Mob coins have been changed. You're still gonna have to grind them, but apparently they're not going to increase spawn rates anymore. They're gonna add different drops, and those are gonna vary based on the realm you're on. So I guess, like, this is just an example or a conjecture. I don't actually know, so don't quote me for it. But let's say on Kingdom, over here, will be villagers, and you upgrade them, and they drop emeralds. And then on Jurassic over there, you upgrade them, and you get gold blocks. I don't know. I don't know if that's what they're gonna do, but that's, by reading the description they're giving, that's That's what it sounds like. I guess they've changed the auction house. I guess they're just making it easier to see. So if you're looking for something specific, you could just kind of click right into the subsection that you want instead of just this nasty mess. And I guess you can actually bid now. So it's actually like an auction. Instead of you pick the price and you get what you want, you actually bid on it, which I think is fantastic because that will stop people from putting ridiculously overpriced stuff on the auction and screwing up the economy. From what I can understand from what I see here, it's possible that the implementation will be a little bit different, but it looks like bid price has already bid 120. It doesn't actually say that you can start a bid price. It just says there's bidding. So I don't. It's possible that I'm wrong, but it looks like everything starts at the same price, and then everyone just bids on it. And then I guess I don't know. I don't know exactly how it works. They didn't give us a full detail, but it looks like it could really help the economy because a lot of times the economy gets messed up because of people overbidding or overpricing stuff on the age. So hopefully this will take care of that, and things will actually sell for what they're worth. Also, they're putting cosmetics. I saw that as well. Cosmetics and tags on paper, so you can sell them, which I think is fantastic. Or you can gift them if that's what you want to do, which I think is a fantastic change. Minions, we kind of already went over minions in the last one. They did give us a little bit more information. The sell mode, they talked about the sell mode. Originally, they just said you could sell with them. They didn't really say what. But it looks like now you can link them to 3 separate chests, which could be helpful on beginning day if you're lucky enough to get a minion, but you don't have a tiered hopper like a T3 or a T4 or a void. Then you could get a farm going with a minion that can just connect it to a chest. And I guess you can spend money on it to connect it to more than one chest, which is going to help. Of course, we already talked about the generator. That's, I guess they're trying to limit the lag. No guarantees that the generator will be better than actually doing your own generator. We'll just have to see. And then they're talking about these booster items. Similar to boosters will work within certain areas. You receive an item called a booster item, which can be thrown at a certain area to boost certain things within that area. And then they have different types: loot, experience, mob coins, and farm. So this is interesting. I don't know how good the bonuses will be, but mob coin farming has been such a pain in the butt. So according to this, you can get them in crates or packages, which is the new pay for crate, which obviously a lot of you don't have that, but they say crates, which means drop parties and boats and potentially basics, advanced legendaries. So you can get those boosters, so you can use them for certain things, but it looks like you can also use them for loot. So I'm assuming that would mean on a farm. So I'm already, my brain is already churning about automating how to automate that, and it's possible. It's possible. Keep an empty hand, and when you get the crates, you put them in a chest, and it throws it onto something. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we'll see. And then they're talking about leaderboards. That's something they've been talking about for a long time, about putting the skins on leaderboards. That's that's interesting, but whatever. And then there's this gang thing. So in the duels you can do island duels, but apparently now you can do gangs, which I think is actually pretty cool. I'm actually looking forward to that. Being implemented. So that's pretty cool. I mean, apparently there's some sort of leaderboard for it, but it doesn't really go into the specifics there. So I don't know. And then they're talking about the mining world. It kind of went on to say how they did a lot, but it looks like all they really did was a way to get in and out, and they added some enchantments. And if you read the enchantments, I mean they're pretty self-explanatory. They're talking about heat proof and night vision, and I mean those were things we didn't really have an issue with before. So I'm curious to know what's going to go on with that, because I mean, can you die in the mining world now? Do you not have night vision constantly anymore? Or is it like rank based? I thought I always had night vision, whether I was a member or whatever rank. But maybe in the mining world that's not the case anymore. let's see. I mean, those are really. I mean, they're talking about ruins, where they're like, it's almost like another way of like a custom enchantment. Yeah, I don't know. Moving right along, generators. So they added a new generator because generators have become pretty irrelevant lately. But now they added this random generator, and I'm sure somebody's gonna buy it. So then I'll give you an update once I know the story. But um, yeah, I mean, it looks like it can produce hay and sponge, and we don't know at what rate. It says at a reduced rate, and you can level them up, and you can auto sell in them. Yeah, it didn't really go into a whole lot of details there. Um, yeah, it's gonna be interesting. And there's a few other things, but we're gonna save those for potentially episodes. Yeah, that's pretty much the big stuff. Yeah, there's like an end world now, I mean, there's the description in there is pretty good for what that's gonna be. So yeah, I am excited. I'm very excited. This YouTube rank, YouTube rank, YouTube rank. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Rah, 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 rah. Anyway. Sorry about that. Thanks for watching, guys. Take it easy.